More demos?
I'll show an update on Drag and Drop, which hopefully will go to Sandbox. And thanks all for folks that tried it out earlier this week. Um, so I'll just build a quick viz and show behavior for us. Excuse me. So now it's still easy. There's a nice new hover state thanks to Jared and Sarah who've done some job cleaning it all up. We've got menus that sort of work and hopefully look reasonable for folks. Too. It also works on. I'll do a new. Actually, I guess we could have done the same query, but I'll show the drag and drop works if I want to switch series or something. It works inside. I guess it's not a terribly interesting one. Maybe I can show you average sale price here. And you can see at least it's changing more generally. And then maybe the last one I'll show you real quick is, let's get that long, country, user count, total sale price. Not terribly useful viz, but it's cool on top of a map. If we want to do something like color by the country, we can go do that, or size by the total revenue of a user. You can do that too in a nice, easy way. We will have some elements that are reusable, sort of field level cards that are options that we can kind of do, and it'll have persistence across any viz type and table. We'll also be able to add, a configuration menu too for color, size, and sort of the various contexts. So like polar context for pie charts or maps and stuff too, and sort of we'll rework. So
Jamie,
that's
how is the SQL support now?
let's play with it. It should be better, but probably still but do not parse. But definitely not perfect by any means too. So you can do drag and drop. So this is SQL, so these are dimensions. So we don't fully
Yeah,
understand.
it's still
But you
great
can,
though.
yeah, you can operate on them like you'd expect. Oh, I don't know why we don't seem to be showing the available fields, which is probably because we disable a lot of the functionality on. So we do need that's a good call out. I'll play with this more. I haven't played with it a ton, but I think in general it should work. These things also we should hide them. Oh, actually it does. It disables. So that's good. That's kind of nice. The label should also disable. I don't know if it does. Can it? Uh, no, it does not disable. There's yeah, we got to turn off
Yeah, still a
some.
couple things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still huge though.
Yeah. Yeah. But it should be better. Like that's gonna be a lot of the value of it is that we can actually do drag and drop. And we don't, I guess maybe too, like philosophically for folks, we don't oops, this is now into table mode. But we don't actually turn off any states for users. Basically you can do stuff that's kind of nonsensical. You could basically that was weird too. That also turned off the other axis. There's probably some stuff we got to fix on the sequel. That's a good call out. But at a high level, we want to be able to allow for users to even make sort of intermediate states that don't make sense too, but are self-explanatory based on the configuration. So like if I had maybe a better example would be like users status, and we'll do another like a quarter. Um, well here I can share that one second. If I put like status together with sales average, like doesn't really make sense, kind of a nonsensical weird thing, but maybe that's a reasonable thing to do as I'm going in between states, or like it was an accident but it's understandable to a user because I've got the two different types inside a given aesthetic or something like that.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, but we'll have it on Sandbox. I'm gonna go play with the sequel stuff right now.
Is it all or nothing? Like, can we theoretically, if something isn't working as we release it, like push people to moving back to the old UI or something like that?
It's not all or nothing, and like it really mostly is just a UI change and like the interface to change the viz config. So like viz configs themselves aren't actually changing at all. They're like maybe small tweaks, but by and large aren't changing too. It's just how you assign fields to the given viz config. But I don't have support for like kind of old way and new way sort of side by side. It's definitely not feature flagged for better or worse. But I think it's going to be a relatively low risk thing. Like it's not going to affect any existing viz or anything like that.
Any stragglers? Cool. Let's call it. Bye, everybody.